Inland lion is the king, but it too killed by hyenas. An eagle is considered the king of the sky, but at night it is absolutely defenseless against owls. And if we talk about underwater world, it seems that orcas. It's not uncommon to hear ocean lovers say that their favorite whale is the killer whale, or under less menacing and more accurate terminology, the orca. A name that comes from their scientific name Orcinus orca. Before you make up your own mind, be aware that Orcinus doesn't have very jolly connotations either. It means belonging to the kingdom of the dead. These marine mammals are incredibly powerful ocean icons. Now before we get started, do me a favor, if you enjoy this video, take a moment to like the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Orcas or killer whales are deadly and beautiful apex predators that lurk in every ocean. At the top of food chain, no animals hunt orcas, except humans. They have a huge range, living anywhere from the Arctic to tropical waters near the equator. Today you will learn why every species in water world has been afraid of killer whales, why orcas need whales' tongue, and who has the chance to kill the king of underwater. Why did orcas start being called whales? First, it's said that many sailors spotted orcas preying on other whales and larger marine species, garnering them the nickname whale killer. Over time, this namesake morphed into killer whale. That's one explanation of their assumption of whalehood. So, if look closely on orcas, these toothed whales are more similar to dolphins. However, another factor in dolphin vs whales differentiation involves these creatures' relative size. While orcas are members of the marine dolphin family, Delphinidae, their overall size is what sets them apart from others in their suborder. Today, if a dolphin reaches a size of more than 30 feet long, it may be referred to by some as a whale, but the rules of taxonomy still classify the orca as a dolphin, not whale. Looking the size comparison of this predator, though it's not nearly as large as the sperm whale, males are larger than females and tend to only grow up to 26 feet long and weigh up to 12,000 pounds. This weight, which is just a little less than a helicopter, makes them 13 times larger than the pygmy sperm whale. The largest killer whale ever recorded weighed about 22,000 pounds and measured 32 feet in length. The male killer whales' dorsal fins are nearly double the size of their female counterparts and can grow up to 5.9 feet tall. Thanks to their large size and huge power, orcas are very fast swimmers and have been recorded at speeds of up to 54 km per hour. A newborn baby orca weighs as much as a motorbike at about 180 kg, and they are 2 to 3 meter long. Orcas are incredibly powerful, hunting anything from seabirds and squid to large prey like pinned species, like seals and sea lions, and even sharks or other whales. They are huge, black and white, predatory, and just devilishly smart. To understand how powerful orcas are as hunters, it's enough to say that have a thoughtful plan for each hunt. Depending on what exactly is the future dinner, orcas almost always hunt in groups, choose a certain strategy. For example, they need to disorient a shark to eat. If for a school of small fish, something like a carousel of air bubbles will do. And when it comes to whales, the attack follows a brutal but working scheme. Orcas take turns ramming, biting, and pulling the whale by the pectoral fins, and as a rule, exhausting their prey. Despite the size difference, one gets tired of such a thing. Imagine being bitten by several medium-sized dogs at the same time, and they also try to down you. Yes, orcas block the whale's breathing hole, and after a chase that can last for hours, the exhausted giant drowns. Then look what happens to the blue whales. It is said to be the largest creature that has ever existed on our planet. It weighs over 150 tons. That's what we're going to eat. Orcas must have thought, and they ran it. But the most common prey of killer whales are baby whales. It's so common that whales even protect the offspring of other species if they can. Humpback whale were once seen guarding a small gray whales, and it was already dead. They simply didn't allow the killer whales to finish what they started, probably because they know what happens with the prey. Because orcas are such gourmands, humpback whales' calves are one of their favorite prey, and orcas often eat only their tongues and leave the rest of carcass for scavengers. Why? Well, apparently it's very tasty. By the way, the same thing happens with sharks. Orcas eat only their liver because it contains useful substance. In short, sharks are kind of the vitamins. Do you think orcas have predators? Orcas are apex predators, which means they are at the very top of the food chain. and they have no predators. Killer whales are some of the largest and most powerful animals in the ocean, and no other predator is able to challenge them. But we have to look at some more species that can challenge the orcas. Here orcas prey on different types of marine animals. Can't anyone stands up to them, just so long as it doesn't come down to the sperm whale. Orcas hunt female and calves of this species, and try to stay away from the males, because the heavy and powerful tail of the sperm whale has the potential to deliver fatal blows. The exact force of such blows is unknown. But an adult sperm whale weighs about 90 tons. That's about 10 times the size of classic double-decker bus. Orcas wouldn't stand a chance. If the sperm whale were a little more aggressive and smarter. Most whales are huge but really not that intelligent. Another predator that can fight orcas back is great white shark. You know, the creepy one. With the killer eye, orcas are considered the only natural enemies of great white sharks. And if the shark manages to bite first, the rows of razor-sharp teeth can pierce even the thickest skin. I think it's the species that can win, with orcas often attacks first. If not, killer whales pushes shark to the surface with its broad and tail, then stunts it. So who can beat an orcas anyway? I thought of stingrays, but they are just part of their menu. Sea crocodile have incredible hitting power, and a thick skin that no killer whale would bite through. But the jaws just don't open wide enough to bite off anything important. If you know anything who can beat orcas, write down in comment. Orcas attacks many species. Do you hear about human attack? Well, there's only been a single report of a wild orca attacking a human, and that may well have been a case of mistaken identity, as the person attacked was surfing at the time. We don't know why orcas don't generally attack people, but one theory is that wetsuits make us effectively invisible to orca's sonar, thanks to the insulating nitrogen bubbles in the material. Orcas behave very differently in captivity, and orca attacks on humans have occurred in zoos and aquariums. A orca called Tilikum, kept at SeaWorld for 25 years, was involved in the deaths of 3 people on separate occasions. We know that orcas are member of dolphin family, but that doesn't matter, because the orcas will eat other species of dolphin, although they're harder to catch than some other prey, because they can swim so quickly. In a high-speed chase, it's not easy for a killer whale to open its mouth due to the drag it would cause on its lower jaw, so orcas will typically ram dolphins to stun them before going in for the kill. If you have listened to orcas, or in documentaries or movies, you will know that their sound is too loud, tuneful and sharp. Humans have vocal cords in the larynx to make sounds, but orcas don't. They have a compact tissue in the nasal region that produces the sound. As a highly social species, they undoubtedly require an effective communication system. In the ocean, orcas rely on using clicks and whistles to exchange information with the rest of the pod. At the surface, they have been known to use body language to communicate, including breaching, slapping their flippers or tail, and spy hopping. Hope you enjoy this video.